I believe that the most successful nurses are the ones that encompass passion and empathy into their work and practice. I will connect my thoughts from Dr. Greer Glazer's presentation, The Future of Nursing 2030, to my belief and aspirations for what the healthcare system will look like in the near future. Nurses hold an incredibly vital role in the health and well-being of the public. Their job in itself is to nurse people back to health. Dr. Greer Glazer discusses the very relevant issue of the COVID pandemic. Nurses have helped to provide care during a time where the nation had a higher demand than supply of healthcare workers. A nurse is known to be caring and helpful in regards to one's health, and that is the type of nurse that I personally aspire to become. It took more than skill to get this nation through this pandemic. It is still an issue to date, but the amount that we have overcome is astronomical. It took dedication to have the passion that each healthcare worker had and their desire for helping others. The recommendation from the Future of Nursing 2030 that stood out to me the most was to value community and public health nursing. The nursing career path holds incredibly brave, hardworking people, and to undermine their ability to care for someone based on where they work or their position is a misunderstanding that society should get past. Dr. Greer Glazer mentions that school nurses are frontline healthcare providers, serving as a bridge between the healthcare and education systems. The point being made here is that despite the position being of lower educational level than other healthcare practices, it does not take away from their passion for their work and their empathy towards their patients, both of which are what I believe make up a wonderful nurse. I can still remember my middle school nurse being the most comforting, compassionate woman who genuinely loved her job. I believe this to be the main reason for the recommendation standing out the most to me. I also see it being behind my belief that passion and empathy are the building blocks to becoming successful in the nursing world. I believe that I am a caring and empathetic person. I want the best for others and I feel with them. I love to help others, and so I want to combine all these characteristics and goals to shape the person that I would like to become. I hope to give patients the same comforting attention and care that my middle school nurse never failed to give me. It didn't matter whether she worked with a college degree or just as a clinic nurse. Miss Mary was a genuine person, and if I can become a nurse like her with a degree, I will consider that a success. Social determinants of health and health inequities limit certain people from receiving the medical care that they need based off of location, race, sex, and other diversities. Dr. Greer Glazer recommends that nurses act now to improve the health and well-being of the nation. It is mentioned that the demand for nurses is just going to increase as time goes on. As a nursing student, this allows me to be hopeful for a future where my work will be beneficial to others. Once I take on the role of becoming a healthcare worker, it is in my responsibility to ensure that I limit some of these health inequities by erasing bias, reaching out to all areas of the community, and showing equal amounts of empathy. To become the successful nurse that I wish to be will require me to become a great leader. With this comes confidence in my abilities. It is also important that I enhance my skills at active listening. Sometimes letting a patient know that you care and have the time to listen is what will comfort them the most. My goal as a future nurse is to provide this feeling of comfort to as many people as I can.